Hey, Hugh Lopdell here from Oak Park Chartered Accountants with the fourth and final in our four-part video series, Buying a Pharmacy. Now this video is entitled The First 2 Years. It's a brain dump of mentoring thoughts that are partly generic to all new businesses and partly specific to pharmacies. So if you're listening to this and you happen to be buying something other than a pharmacy, you'll probably find most of it is helpful and applicable. All right, firstly, cash flow. This is very important, and I've got quite a bit to say about cash flow. If you're an existing business person listening in, you'll understand why. Cash is to a business what air is to a body. It is an immediate need, and you can't function at all in your business without it. If you run out of cash today, you better get some more within a week, or the wages won't get paid, or the power won't get paid, or the stock won't get paid, and your business stops. Now, pharmacies are usually pretty good generators of cash, so you should be okay, as long as you avoid the following 4 things. It'll help you steer clear of any cash flow difficulties, or most cash flow difficulties. Number 1, do not pay too much for your pharmacy. If you pay a fair price, your business should generate sufficient cash to operate, as well as clear debt. Number 2, limit your capital expenditure in the first 2 years. If there's a pressing need to replace something non-minor when you take over the pharmacy, borrow it from the bank at the outset, rather than cramp your cash flow. Don't reward yourself for at least 2 years. Don't get ahead of yourself. No new cars or other treats. Now, don't draw extra for personal expenses in the first 2 years at least. And I recommend to all our new pharmacists, put yourself on a PAYE salary, say 80, 90 grand if it's a very well-performing salary, 100. As a rule of thumb, make the salary as an owner, a PAYE salary as an owner, whatever it was before, and live personally on what you lived on before for at least 2 years. Okay, some other cash flow hints. Learn about stock turn. Now, stock is where your cash is tied up mostly. The higher your stock turn, the more quickly cash is supplied back into your business. Your wholesaler will fund your first month's stock purchase over 12 months. I recommend you take it, but be aware there is a hook with this. So you'll need to watch my second video to see that. If your wholesaler lets you pay by credit card, that buys you an extra month of cash flow up front, and you get the air points, so why not, if they offer it. Keep a regular eye on your bank account balance. Have it on your phone. It is the easiest way to track cash flow. You'll get used to the monthly cycle of cash. Cash coming in from batch payments, from case mix service fees, and then cash out on the 20th, cash out on each wage day, and tax payment dates. Reduce any large annual cash payments by spreading them if you can, like insurance. Get them to give you a monthly fee. Same with accounting services. At Oak Park, our clients pay us monthly. It's much more cash friendly to them than one big annual bill. Open a tax account and put in there sufficient for your income tax. And sometimes you can put your GST in there as well. Ask your accountant how much to put in there per fortnight or month. We have a new and business training session, and when we do that with pharmacists and other new businesses, we guide them on that. The key goal with these sorts of measures is to ensure as much as possible that you bring control and planning to your cash flows. Now, I suggest a budget. Now, obtain from the vendor their monthly cash flow report, or you might have it from due diligence. It wouldn't be hard for them to print it out from Xero or MYOB or whatever they use. And get your accountant to insert that into your Xero or whatever system you use as your budget. Then you can print monthly cash flow reports compared to last year, year to date compared to last year, and check your cash flows on track. I know of one wholesaler that provides monthly reporting as part of their service at no cost. Now, if you want to be very well planned, see your accountant about a 24-month forward rolling cash flow. It enables you to see what your bank balances will be at all times over the next 24 months. And you can plan for capital purchases, additional borrowings, additional drawings. We do offer this at Oak Park, and for clients that buy it from us, it's one of the most appreciated services we offer. Anything that helps you plan and bring certainty and control around future outcomes is very worthwhile to do. All right, that's all on cash flow. Next, staffing. Now, if you ask any pharmacy owner what the biggest challenge point for them is, aside probably from a discounter opening next door, it is staffing. It is always staffing. Losing staff, replacing them, staff starting families, challenges of part-time staff, and just generally dealing with staff issues. Finding staff is more of a challenge in rural areas, smaller towns, and discounters, when they open up, advertise and draw staff away. There's no silver bullet, for these challenges, but there's one piece of advice I can offer that will help. Staff do not leave a place they love coming to every day. Pay rate is consistently not in the top 3 motivations of employee retention. So, develop and foster a great team culture. It's one that develops, supports, challenges, and encourages its staff, and one where they genuinely like working with the boss and each other, and one that provides a pathway for promotion to the most senior people, and you're well on your way. Be picky when you recruit, as much as you're able. Hire people that will be compatible with the other staff, hire people with maturity. I think we all know maturity is not an age thing. Maturity is an attitude thing. And you can have young people who are quite mature. You can teach an adult skills, but it is hard to teach them to grow up. Mature people will respect customers. They will respect their fellow workmates. They will be on time. They'll take correction and instruction well. They will be a delight to work with. Choose them whenever you can. Lastly, on recruitment, don't try and be everything yourself. Recruit for complementary skills and talents. Maybe you are a natural clinician, but you're not so good at the people side or the selling side or the efficiency side. Fine. Recruit to bring in the talents you need in your business, but you don't personally have. Okay, that's all. I could talk on staffing for a long time as well, but that's all I want to say on staffing. Now, systems. So little is said about the subject, and it's so important. In my business, I have a mantra, and all my staff know it, and it's this: people don't run businesses, systems run businesses. Now, learn to appreciate the huge value of systems. That is procedures. Procedures that are followed always by everyone for key activities in your business and often for the lesser activities. Systems are how you ensure you maintain consistently high levels of quality regardless of whether you are physically there or not, or whether staff remain in the business or not. These are written down. They are not in someone's head. That's the whole point of a system, is it's written down. Now, yes, I could talk for maybe hours on this, so all I'll say here is this: learn to appreciate the value of systems, introduce those progressively into your business. It will strengthen your business considerably over time. Make it a priority. All right, your back office. Your back office is your administrative function. Now, do not underestimate it as a function of your business. It needs to be well resourced, done, in my view, best done by a specialist, and done well. Avoid doing it yourself as the pharmacy owner. It's about using your business's resources optimally. You are the most valuable resource in your business as the senior dispensing professional, the manager, the leader. I strongly recommend delegate it and possibly contract it out. Now, one of the most important things most pharmacy owners never get to do, and I talk with a lot of pharmacy owners, is to work on their business instead of just in it. If you are doing the admin yourself, you're resigning yourself to never having time to working on your business. And by that I mean improving it and developing it. Okay, so delegate your administration. Now, another thing you almost never hear talked about, point of difference. Now, one of the strongest things you will ever bring to your business is your uniqueness. This is not something you'll hear a lot, unfortunately. And just because you're a pharmacist does not mean that you should be a cookie cutter of every other pharmacy. You absolutely should not. Now, a key principle of marketing is to be different, to give your customers a reason to come to you and not the next pharmacy. Your location is one point of difference, but it must not be your only one. One of the coolest things about owning a business is you get to express yourself through your business. Are you an efficiency nut? I have met one or two pharmacists who are efficiency nuts. Fine, make it your thing. Have the shortest script waiting times in town and the highest stock turn. Are you a caring and people-oriented pharmacist at heart? Fine, make it your thing. Build outstanding customer relations. Again, I could talk about this all day, and I do go into more depth about this and some of these other things in my coaching sessions for pharmacists. It's very important, and it's central to the marketing and developing of your business. Okay, growth. Now, you're in the driver's seat, so you need to be this key source of motivation and momentum in your business. Now, I have some pharmacy clients that just do the basics well, and through a good location seem to do well year after year. But the challenges from static funding and discounters mean this is less and less likely to cut it. So you need to make a start on looking for opportunities to grow your business and keep looking for opportunities. Look for contracts you can win from the DHB. Identify things you do particularly well and do more of those. Look for ways to be more efficient, ways to increase your customer loyalty, ways to upsell more effectively. Learn how your profit is generated, what stock sells in better volumes, what stock carries better margins, what stocks are slow moving and which are fast moving. Try promotions. Give it a go. See what works and what doesn't, but always keep trying things to grow. All right, the next thing is kind of obvious, but it's not said hardly at all. Learn. I'm not being patronizing here. Develop yourself. Learn. You'll get really busy, but don't forget to learn. Make learning a personal goal. Learn something really valuable every year. You'll probably learn something valuable more often than that, but make a real note and keep it as one of your lessons learned. The hardest lessons, if they come your way, offer the greatest gain in my experience. So don't fret if you make a big blue. What you learn from it could be one of the best things you learn in your business life. Like in life, try to minimize the number of times you repeat a mistake. So that's slow learning. We've all been slow learners at one time or another. Remember, you have 30 years ahead to learn and improve you and your business. Improve yourself and you will improve your business, just by the way. Resist the temptation to think you know it all. Again, at times we all probably go there. That's when you stop learning, so you don't want to develop that attitude. And sometimes I do see pharmacists, when they've got a few years under the belt, develop that attitude. It's not helpful. It's sounds a bit cliched, but develop a learning habit and it will become one of the most important commitments you make to yourself in business. Find a mentor, ideally an older pharmacy owner who you look up to, who is willing to answer your questions along the way. And one of the fastest ways, I think, to learn is to ask someone who has more experience. It's easier and it's a smoother way to learn things. Your wholesaler maybe have to ask questions. Your accountant may offer mentoring. At Oak Park, I offer coaching on many of the things I've talked about above. Don't be afraid to pay for it in the initial years. If you did a cost benefit, it would be through the roof on the benefit side, okay, over the term of your business. So don't look at the cost and steer away. Be smart. So my advice is find a good mentor and use them. Pick their brains. A checklist at a very practical level. We have a checklist which we give to our new pharmacy owners, listing all the little things that you need to do prior to purchase. It's very helpful to get your hands on. We also provide an all-in training session for new pharmacy owners. Everything you need to know about being a new business person. Okay, well, I have now brain dumped across 4 video sessions all I know about buying a pharmacy. Good luck. If you want help, we work with pharmacies all over the country, North Cape to Bluff, just about. My contacts are coming up shortly. Feel free to get in touch. Okay, that's all from me. Hugh Lockdall from Oak Park Chartered Accountants, signing off.